All right. Copy that. Put that over here. Give me a second. Just trying to share everything. All right. So how many people we got here? We got about 47 people here. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you could hit the notification bell to hopefully be notified. Sometimes maybe. I don't know. Um, yeah, let me go back here. Let's start from the beginning. Good morning, Matt. First, and not least, I hope. Okay, perfect. Good morning, good AM. Hey Matt, good guy helping us out getting rich. I'm hopeful that, I can not only just do that, but also just it maybe teach you a couple of things. I can also learn a couple of things from you guys as well. Um, that can help us all, get wealthy and remain wealthy. That's what it's all about. It's about retaining that wealth. So, I appreciate that. Good afternoon. It's not afternoon yet. BNB Tiger Inu has 17 zeros. Community is buzzing. 17 zeros is way too much. You were the best, brother. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Burn swap. Don't know what that is. Follow me on Kick. That's what I wrote. What do you think about XRP hitting $100 this year? I don't know. It's so difficult to say whether, I would say no. I wouldn't think that XRP would hit $100 this year, right? In the next few months, right? 6 months, 5 months. Um, but I'm trying to baby step my way into things. I'm still trying to baby step my way into even just, you know, I don't know, just believing that we can see past the market cap, you know. So I'm just pushing for baby steps, a dollar, $2, $5, $10, all of those levels, and then we'll start seeing the possibilities. Obviously, I'm holding on to quite a bit for a long time. I posted a video on TikTok just recently about XRP and how I'm gonna hold on to at least 100 because the articles are saying that 100 XRP could make you a millionaire or get you $1 million or multiple millions of dollars depending on the pricing that it gets to. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hold on to at least 100, if not all the way up to 500 for the long term. Short term, I'll start profiting off of some. As you know, I invested about $800 ish, right? So, what do you think about X? Oh, I read that. The bull run is coming. Bitcoin having in April 2024. I loaded up on Elmo ERC. I like what Elmo ERC is doing. Everything that they're doing is just they just keep one upping the next thing, right? The first thing that they do, they one up, and then the next time they one up that, and they one up the next. Like it's just crazy. I I love what they're doing, honestly. Thank you for following T Bell. I appreciate it. I can't really see anything. As if zooming in is gonna make me see it better. That's weird, but still, it makes me feel a little bit better about the. Maybe I'll zoom out a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Um, see. Harry, what's up with LUNC? Nothing much right now. I mean, what I'm still holding $4,700 worth, plus the amount that I have in staking rewards, as well as the amount that I have in my wallet. And then also I have about $1,000 over in KuCoin. So yeah, it it's doing fine. Nothing crazy. I keep hearing about, the repeg. Obviously, that's a lot of talk right now, and a lot of the buzz, a lot of the hype on YouTube is all surrounding really the repeg, or potential repeg. Let's see. About Shiba around 1 cent. Shiba. Um, how do I feel about Shiba around 1 cent? It's going to be tough. You need to see burns to see Shiba Inu at 1 cent. That's a 5.8 $1 trillion market cap at 1 cent. Terra Luna Classic's probably more likely as we see a bull run to get to 1 cent, because that would be a $58 billion market cap. Elmo, Jasmine, Lunic, I'm a fan of all of them. Hey, Matthew Perry, what's up with XRP? I just answered that. Ripple, Ethereum, Bitcoin forever. XRP just dumped a load. Time to buy. Did it drop? I didn't actually take a look at it. So it is down about 1.1%. It's at 46 cents. I still bought a lot lower than that. I bought it like 30. I want to say 36 to 39. I don't really know exactly what it is, because KuCoin's not giving me the cost basis unless I look in the right place, or I need to look in the right place. But yeah, I see what XRP is doing and how it is down. In the last 7 days, it's down about 4.5%, but still at a reasonable level, right? 46, 47 cents. It's still, I wouldn't say a high point, but definitely higher than where I bought, The Wall Street Journal is reporting that applications filed to launch spot Bitcoin's ETFs are inadequate. Some folks are freaking out. Everybody needs to calm down. How was the get together yesterday? It wasn't yesterday, so the get together is on Sunday, which I don't know if it's gonna rain, so we'll see. We will see. How many people are over on Twitch? Let's go check Twitch really quick, and we'll check Kick as well. We got one person over on Twitch. I appreciate you watching. Any update on Elmo listing on MEXC? Not that I know of right now. I know they're trying to work with a lot of exchanges and get something done. But last I heard was that MEXC with the whole like tax situation, like that's something that's really pushing them back. But I think once you get to a certain like market cap, or you get to a certain amount of volume or something like that, you end up seeing a lot more within it. So hopefully you can have things like MEXC or KuCoin or whatever other exchange comes along, because I want to see so many exchanges adopt a tax in a way, and then that opens the doors not only for Elmo ERC, but also other projects to do the same. To see something like, if you can see Elmo ERC take off with every exchange, right? And Elmo ERC becomes very, very popular. A lot of people love it. You see things that they're creating and everything there, and it's great. But then you also see, that the community understands that Shiba Inu could benefit from a burn. So now you see Shiba Inu doing it. Terra Luna Classic, we start to really reach out to these exchanges and saying, look, this is how it can benefit. You saw with Elmo, that, right? So hopefully that's the case, but we don't really know. So no real big update. We got about 6 viewers over on Twitch. Thank you guys for watching. Or sorry, over on TikTok. TikTok? Well, we do have 6 viewers on TikTok. On Kick. There's so many platforms. TikTok, Kick, Twitch, YouTube. BTC broke 31, but dropped hopefully back over today in the past 35K. Would love it to pass 35K. Good morning, Mr. Bull. Thank you for being here. Hey, Matt, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. Did you check Air Gem investment as you said yet, bro? Yeah, I checked it. I'm still confused. Right? It still it still doesn't make sense to me as to what it is, right? I understand it's a fund, but I don't understand like how the fund generates the amount of return. It kind of reminds me of a Time Wonderland or a Jade Protocol or whatever, that you gain a certain amount for just staking with them or holding with them, right? So it's I don't know, a little bit weird to me. So I probably would refrain from investing into that. For me, I mean, it doesn't hurt to throw $100 in there to see what it would be, because you don't know if you're in the beginning stages right now. You don't have a lot of popularity to where people are talking about it. So if uh, if you don't have a lot of popularity, you may be in the beginning stages, which means that you have probably 3 months in order to make money out of it. And you'll make your money back plus making profit. You want to make sure that as you go along, you're taking profit, because people will do that. People will start compounding and they'll do all that stuff. But a lot of those situations, those things, that those protocols and stuff, they don't really hold their value, and people start to realize that while others are while others are compounding, and you believe you're compounding, and that's what you believe everybody's doing, some others are just taking the profit consistently in order to gain their money back, plus gain whatever they can gain after the fact. And that would be great if you can do that. And if you're in the beginning stages, that's the time to do it. I've noticed that's the way to play those, but you kind of screw everybody else over in the process. So it's it's however you feel about anybody else getting into the position. Just don't tell other people to get into it, because then you telling other people to get into it, you may be screwing them over by taking profit and kind of pulling from what the system should be, which is reinvesting your gains into it. So let's see. We got 82 viewers here on YouTube, and we got 32 likes. If you guys can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Over a month ago, I mentioned FTX intentions to relaunch. People acting like it's new news. Yeah, it's not new news. They had intentions to relaunch pretty much right after things dropped down. But there's a lot more articles on it now, so now it's like big news for everybody else. Um, What's the thing spinning in the background? Is that a clock? It looks cool. So no, it's a perpetual motion device. So I bought it on Amazon. I don't have it in my store. Usually I would have it in my link down below, but it just continues to move. It doesn't stop moving. So yeah, yeah. I wanted it. I wanted it in my like more edited videos, but I haven't really done any of those videos. I've had my camera really set up right behind me. Kind of this whole station like behind me, just to have like kind of a background, and have two camera setups, have that tripod right here, and have this with the Alexa and everything right there. It's not hooked up, so she can't hear me. But yeah, I wanted to have something like that. So I'll eventually do some more edited content, but I've been editing my golf videos a lot more. Um, I'm hoping Gensler gets fired real soon. Everyone's freaking out over nothing. Crypto will outlive Gensler. Absolutely. Now, what's your stance on the teams and on the teams and everything going on with the validators in the LUNC chain? So I haven't heard of anything going on with the validators. Honestly, I'm involved in any information and a lot of things that I check into, but I haven't been doing extensive research into what's going on with LUNC. Um, I try to stay in tune with that, but I feel like it just gets like I start to confuse myself when, especially when there were so many other paths. I feel like right now we're kind of focusing on more of the repeg and pushing that route. But I haven't really paid attention to much else after that. So if you want to inform me of what's going on, then maybe I'll give you a stance on how I feel about it, just from a kind of a reaction perspective. Um, Perpetual motion device, Tony Stark's nemesis. uh, Someone has stolen the show, man. I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean the device back there? Kevin Samuels had one of those. Rip. Oh yeah, he did pass away. I forgot about that. Um, Child behind me. I see her in the mirror. I got a mirror that angles that way so I can see her. Um, Thank you. A lot of drama, but it's getting better. It is. A lot of he said, she said. Yeah, I mean, that's what we got from the beginning was a lot of he said, she said, and it was just like it was just depressing, you know, for a community to be kind of split and not even like down the middle, like split like a pizza, it seemed like. Hey, it's Saturday. It's not Saturday yet. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that like some sort of phrase? I'm pretty sure it's Friday where I am. It's Friday where I am as well. What's your opinion on KuCoin having to KYC? Didn't know about that either. Is that something to where? Because anytime I look up crypto news, if it doesn't come up, then I don't know about it. Um, there's a lot going on with this spot ETF, spot Bitcoin ETF. A ton of news with that, and then also Ripple as well. But we'll go into that in like my TikTok Shorts videos. Um, but let's halvings usually create bullish momentum. So yeah, I'll just go with that because I don't really have an opinion on it, honestly. Um, in the South Australia, yet 5 minutes. Not in South Australia, yet 5 minutes. If KuCoin operates in the United States, they have to do KYC. Hi Matt, good to see you in fine conditions. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. There's no like allergy issues that I'm having right now. I'm not having any type of problems. I'm pretty excited about it. This morning I was a little bit stuffed, but that's just because I slept in a little bit because I had to take Hayden to daycare. So I usually take her around 8:30. So it doesn't make sense for me to go live beforehand. So I wake her up, get her ready, take her to daycare. It was pajama day, so it was an easy day. But I had to take Harper with me because Harper is home with me. She's in actual school, so she's home for the summer. But yeah, I feel better. Feel a lot better. Let's see. If BlackRock gets their spot ETF approved, the path back to 69K is back on the menu. Oh, Harper, what's going on? It's cute. Well, she's really small there. That reminds me, we still have to get the upstairs. Um, making a BitMart. What's up? You're 4 years old. You were 3 years old. Three, not four. Uh, making a Bitmart account in the U.S. isn't easy. Still can't figure it out. Yeah, I have a Bitmart account. I have to see if I can log in. Let me see if I bring up Bitmart before I bring up my screen. I still haven't brought up my screen. We're like 30 minutes in or something. Thank you, Dan. Was it Dana Shot? I can't say that name, but thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I'm horrible at reading names. You could have a name of Kyle and I still couldn't read it. So it's I'm just horrible with names. Because there's so many ways to you know to pronunciate a name. What are we doing here? I'm trying to sign into Bitmart. Um, what email would I use? Like 7 million emails. Um, what are you doing? What's moving? What moving? What over? Moving what over? Don't move that. Can't move that. Was this a secure? What is going on here? Trying to log in and it's not let me log in. Oh, username and password didn't match. Oh, I have 3 chances. Well, maybe we do forgot password. Maybe I'm using the wrong well, I guess it will tell me if I'm using the wrong password. But yeah, I have an account with BitMart. I remember I bought Shiba Inu on BitMart, and then it was like really expensive to sell or send back. I was trying to send it to. Doing? Take that over there. It was really expensive to send it to another place. I was trying to send it to like KuCoin, and it was like at the time it was like 4 million Shiba Inu, which was sort of expensive because I didn't spend that much. Um, can you send the? Oh, we got to send both of them. This is dumb. Well, I mean, it's not. I guess it's not. It's smart. Let's see. My Gmail. If that's right. You always got to remember, like whenever you're trying to remember stuff, you don't want to say it out loud because if you say it out loud, then everybody else hears you as well, right? And you might be saying things like passwords or something. Okay, I think that's good. Can't be the same. Ah, I think I got it now. I might have something in here actually, because I think I might have kept my Shiba Inu that's in there, and I don't think I ever transferred it. So that's funny. Let me see if it's actually in there. Come on now. I'm not talking to you, Harper. Talking to myself. Very funny. Very Larry. All right, let's see what I got in here. Spot. Spot trade? No, it's not in spot. It can't be in spot. Overview. I'll just go in overview. All right, so maybe I don't. Oh, I have $18 in here in spot, and that's in total in Shiba Inu. Yeah, I have 2.4 million Shiba Inu over here, and I have $18. And it was gonna cost me. I remember it was gonna cost me like 4 million to send it, and I only had 2.4 million, so it didn't make sense. Yeah, that was a mission to get back in there, but at least I'm in BitMart. Guys, we have 87 people. Guys, hit that like button. It does help out with growth and all that stuff. Matt, let's show him some love. Yeah, definitely hit that like button. Show me some love. Guest star. Yeah, he is. Um freaking 30. You were thinking. Um what I was thinking. Good on you, mate. Oh, she's cute. Thank you. Thoughts on Bitcoin Cash? I don't really have any thoughts on Bitcoin Cash. I know it's up by 22%. So if you can find, I look at it. I don't ever look at it as like in a use case perspective at all. Um, I don't ever look at it a use case perspective at all. I'm looking at it just purely from an investment. And I mean, obviously, it's looking really, really good for a lot of people that are invested heavily into it. It's up 104%. If I show my screen, it's up 104% over the last 7 days, which is absolutely phenomenal just from an investing perspective, just from a trading perspective. In the last day, it's up 20%. So people are making pretty good with this position at $292, and seeing it down 4 or 5% in the last hour is not really the best situation. Seeing a lot of the market down by quite a bit. Um, and while we were at a $1.2 trillion market cap, literally since like recording or starting this video, we're now looking at a 1.17 trillion dollar market cap. So right back to where we were, and everything has kind of dropped down a massive amount. Cardano down by 6%, BNB down by 2.4%. I should stop saying that things look bullish and start saying things look very bearish. Everything just turned absolutely bloody right now. Let's see. I'd say it only had this surge because of EDX listing and South Korea trading volume. I gave you a chance to clarify, but you'd rather be dick to see. Yeah, see you in 300 seconds, and then after that, you'll probably be gone. If that's the case. Litecoin is in the same boat as Bitcoin Cash. They've tried to make a cheaper and faster version of Bitcoin, but you'll never be able to make the original again. True, but I think you can always improve upon what there was, right? So you can improve upon Bitcoin, you can improve upon Ethereum, you can improve upon ADA. The point is that we continue to innovate and we continue to change. Now, if they continue to do the innovation, they continue to change, that would be the biggest selling point. But obviously, Bitcoin is not changing; it's staying the same, right? Where you see other things that are coming on, and Ethereum has upgrades to change from proof of work to proof of stake because they believe in that consensus, right? So I feel like that's something that, for me, means a lot more than something like Bitcoin. Even though I know you're a big fan of Bitcoin, Fire King LTC had a good premise, and I made 20K on my investment into LTC 4 years ago. I think there's a better options now compared to back then. Absolutely, Brad. I think you're right, and that's why what I just said really does go a long way, because Bitcoin Bitcoin is not changing anything, and they will always be at the top or near the top because of kind of the way people feel about something that started it all, right? You have that as you go along in the years, like you have that nostalgia, right? You're like, oh well, Bitcoin really started everything. I remember when Bitcoin was at this low, and now it's at 69,000 or 70 or 100,000 or whatever. But you're still probably going to see, in my opinion, you're going to see things like Ethereum or ADA, as long as they don't get, even if they do get labeled, a unregistered security, you can't trade them in the U.S. The global market is still going to go ham on a lot of these plays, and you're going to see them overtake that level of Bitcoin, even if you have just the US really surrounding what Bitcoin is and investing into Bitcoin through ETFs and through just standard regular investments, and even as a form of payment in the US if you wanted to. But the rest of the world will function on probably something else. Um, so it's great, again, that you like Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin is the world's most secure network. If you change anything about it, then it's not the same secure network anymore. But the thing is with anything that's secure, think of anything that's out there. You know, iPhones had a massively secure network, and they still have a secure network. I feel like they have one of the most secure networks when it comes to phones because they don't allow other devices to really do anything with Macs and Apple and all of that. But the point is that when something happens, you improve upon it, right? You add another layer of security, and we get better. Like if we just look at you know the internet and how a lot of things that we connect to, we now need a two-factor authentication. You're improving upon that. So you need some sort of improvement because eventually they're going to find holes. And when they find those holes with no way of improving because they've never done that, now what? So you need some sort of layer there to innovate, to change. Because eventually, if you say it's the most secure thing in the world, that sounds like a challenge to me, and I'm sure it sounds like a challenge to anybody that is a hacker, anybody that's looking to create a hole or a gap in between. And eventually, you will find that. Um, and that's what I'm always concerned about with things that don't change, don't innovate, don't um, you know have any type of merges, right? Like Ethereum. Um, that's why you see me as a fan of Ethereum because I feel like you can create that layer. You can learn from a mistake and launch something new, right? Something old, but something new at the same time. Does that make sense? As far as I know, Bitcoin has never had a hack happen to it. It's never had a hack happen to it. I mean, that sounds, again, it sounds like a challenge. Not for me, because I would never be able to do it and I wouldn't want to. But eventually there's going to be a hole in the system, in a hole in the system of not just hacking Bitcoin, but maybe even just exposing Bitcoin or some entity or country owning a majority of Bitcoin and it being highly manipulated. Because think about it, if you have so much money that you can invest into Bitcoin from a country that has trillions of dollars, right? And they're investing majority of their money or a lot of their money into this one that's supposed to run the entire crypto space. What's going to happen? I mean, manipulation could be at its finest, but I'm not going to say that that's exactly what's going to happen because that could happen in any single project. To own a massive amount and manipulate its price and do whatever they want to do to control. Um, but I do worry about that overall. If you have some sort of change, you can find a way to fight that, but can't with Bitcoin. So I'm not going to sit here and just downplay Bitcoin because it is leading the market and it's always going to be. I'm just not the biggest fan, and you know that. We don't really we're not on the same page here with Bitcoin and other projects. What's up, Harper? What's up? Hi. Because that's delayed. They can't even see you. Your head is like right there. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see it. You're short. You just see all you see is your hair. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. Don't do that. Also, there's scissors here, which is not the safest thing. You're allowed to use your scissors, not our scissors. SEC has approved. SEC hasn't approved BlackRock's ETF. Um, am I late to the chat? What is going on with the Terraport hack of LUNC? Is there some more that's happening with that? Been missing everybody. Good to see you. Thank you for being here, Char. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Terraport. Is there? I haven't even checked my balance, honestly, for Terraport. Matter of fact, I don't even see that balance. So is it gone? Or did someone steal my Terraport or something? I thought I had some. It was like $100 worth or something. You can't manipulate the network just by owning BTC. Take you can't take over 51% of all computers in the network. That's virtually impossible. You don't have to take virtually 51% of all computers in order to own 51% of Bitcoin. If you just look at how people have it in their wallets and you understand that money buys what they have, yes, you can. Right now, there's over 51% of Bitcoin that is mined right now. So you can still mine more Bitcoin, but if let's say the U.S. does control 71% and own 71% of Bitcoin, no matter how much you mine after the fact, it's still going to be controlled by one country. If they're pushing Bitcoin this much and the big players, big money, billionaires have money to throw into Bitcoin and they're throwing 10% or whatever into Bitcoin because that's the next biggest thing that's going to run through an ETF or, seeing it as a form of payment or what they would think is going to be the world currency, and try and make it the world currency to maintain dominance, that's what they're going to do, right? The U.S. loves control, especially when it comes to currency. So they can do it. It's not impossible for you don't have to own all computers in order to own majority of Bitcoin. But when it comes to mining, what's left, obviously, it's still that process of, the standard time that it's going to take to mine everything. But any money can manipulate pretty much anything. And honestly, any position is also subject to that, right? If they believe in Ethereum as much as they believe in Bitcoin or backing Bitcoin, then you could do the same thing with Ethereum. But the point is that Ethereum can innovate, can change, and kind of fight what that is so that it's not 100% controlled by one country or majority controlled by one country. I really do hate the fact that they are fighting for Bitcoin so much, because then it really does make me think that government officials and big money, billionaires, firms, institutions are all investing into this one place, and the U.S. controls majority of what that Bitcoin is. I'm not saying that that's the case right now because it's not, but they are pushing for Bitcoin so much. Uh, you have to take control of 51% of the entire network to manipulate the block history. I'm not sure I get where you're coming from there. Are you saying 51% of the entire network, as in 51% of the coins? Trying to think if you're thinking of like farther out into this. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever see you on the same page. I know you're the biggest fan of Bitcoin and that you'll fight for Bitcoin until the end. And I think Bitcoin will always be there. I just don't want it to be the main. What are you doing, lady? Stop that. You're trying to be in the picture so much. Stop it. Nah, you're funny. All right, stop, Harper. You can't do that. You're gonna fall. No, don't do that either. Um. Anyways, we have how many minutes do we have? Because I said we're gonna go live for about an hour. There needs to be a gold standard for crypto. I'm glad that BTC holds it, but it's far too slow and to ever be the best option for any actual currency. I would think so as well. But there are people that truly believe that Bitcoin can be the world currency. I really don't see it, and I want to be sold on it. I want people to tell me about it because I want to be educated in a way, and I feel like I'm getting education from many different sources when it comes to Bitcoin. But the more that I see our government, the more that I see institutions and firms start to talk about Bitcoin, the more that I want to be away from it. Um, I I I don't like when they really start pushing things, especially when you see even articles and other companies that are pushing, um, let's say I'm trying to think of another cryptocurrency, but they'll always say like, "Oh, don't buy Shiba Inu. Everybody's buying this. Everybody that was buying Shiba Inu are now buying this." My God, if Bitcoin became the world's reserve currency, I mean, it would be how much Bitcoin do you have? Do you have like, one or two, or you have like a portion? I don't remember. I think I remember you telling me, but I don't. So long as you can convert BTC to other cryptocurrencies, then it's fine as the gold standard, right? At this point, yeah, because there's no real use for it right now. But once you can use it for other things like going to Disney or something, then it's it's still fine as the gold standard. But the thing is it would be, like you said, far too slow. Uh, I missed the opportunity when Bitcoin was 16K. What if I put 2K down in today's market? Is it worth it? If you put 2K down in Bitcoin in today's market, that all depends who you ask, right? I still do believe you put 2K down and you'll see it, double. But if you're looking at this from the outside looking in, if you're looking at all other opportunities that are out there and say that Bitcoin is the best opportunity for you to put 2K into, and then that would be ridiculous because there's a lot of other plays that can gain you way more, way higher of a percentage. You would just be putting that money into Bitcoin for consistent growth, knowing that it's going to make these moves up to 60K, maybe 80, maybe 100, right? Some people believe $1 million per coin. What's going on? Oh, actually, can you go upstairs and go to the bathroom? Careful, be careful. I don't want you to fall. Perfect opportunity to accumulate more Jasmy. Um, finance wealth. What? It's gone now, I think. Um, and closing in my first milestone. Uh, but I'm far away from a whole coin. Oh, you're far away from a whole coin. Okay. I mean, were you able to accumulate at like 15,000 when it was 15,000? I would imagine you would have been. I thought you would have had one at least from at that point because Bitcoin that low, you got to find a way to take advantage of that. And honestly, if you would have had it that low up to this point, you see how much you would have had. It would have taken a while, right, to get to this point from 15,000 all the way up to 30,000, but you would have doubled your money. But you can also have doubled your money in so many other plays, you know, at um but then you probably would have ended up losing some of it, right? So because a lot of other plays are also, the altcoin market is not really flowing the same way as Bitcoin has. I already have 16K in Kronos, just waiting for it to rise up. Yeah, I invested 12 to 13K into Kronos, and yeah, I'm waiting for things to take off with that. I would like to be able to collect my initial investment as well as hold some for whatever the long term ends up being. Comp is a good crypto. What do you think about Comp? I have Comp, or I think I had Comp. I think I sold it actually, but I think Comp is a great cryptocurrency. I've seen nothing but good things with them. I decided to sell because I didn't really have as much. Did you use the bathroom? Use the bathroom that quick. Go to the bathroom. No, you didn't. Go to the bathroom, Harper. Matt, lots of stupid financial obligations came around at the bottom. I hear you. The same thing here. Um, I was very sad I didn't have a lot of free cash around then. I hear you because it was the same way for me. I was trying to like pull pieces together to find the best place or to find the best time to invest or the best money to invest into different places. But I couldn't do it. And there are so many opportunities. Like right now, even still seeing CRO at 5 cents wants me to average down. I want to average down, but I I don't have any free cash. I have no free cash to do so. And anything that I am putting in anything, I've bought Jasmy twice. And that was from money that wasn't even like already in my account. It was from like referrals that I ended up getting from KuCoin. So I ended up buying more Jasmy. Um, the only thing I can say I did spend money on the first push for Jasmy. I think I spent like a couple hundred. It was like 300 or $340 to buy another 100,000. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the most that I've spent. I haven't spent any more money because no money has really been free for me. Especially, while we're seeing these low points, you don't really want to keep spending money. For some reason, in your brain, red just means stop, and it just continues to live that way in my head, right? Red means stop, and it's like don't invest, but I know that that's the best time to invest, and that's the case for everybody else, right? That's why you see the market insanely red, and then it continues to go red. It's like, why? When it's red, people should be buying at those times, but people are buying when it's green because green means go, right? It's as simple as that. We've always been taught that. BlackRock and Vanguard up to no good in my opinion. I had a part in tanking LUNC. Oh, they had a part in tanking LUNC. They quieted the rumors down. They definitely did. I don't know about that. I would say that part of me wants to believe that. A big part of me wants to believe that. Um, and then part of me doesn't. But majority of my brain wants to believe what you're saying there. But the rumors did suddenly go away, right? They went away really, really fast. So you might be right. Um, Perfect opportunity to accumulate more Jasmine with these dips. I read that already. Most of the uninvested funds are going into high yield savings accounts at the moment. I hear you. Protecting your investments long term. Matt, I remember when you was making a power move buying LUNC, and that dumb bank had to hold your account. That's uh, spending you were living um, trying to go each account, and it would not go through. Yeah, I remember that very vividly. Like I don't. It was it was definitely something that hurt after seeing what I would have made if I would have held on to that, if I would have, or not held on to it, if I would have bought it, and actually went through with that transaction. I would have had over $300,000 at the high point and still been able to hold probably somewhere around a few tens of thousands. And that would have been huge because everybody needs one of those big players, one of those big moves in their account. But it pissed me off so much because I was definitely trying to go. I went from my bank account that denied me to my credit card, which I knew would definitely deny me because they're like anything crypto related, my Amex card has to go through an approval. That's just how they function. Um, so I knew, and majority of my cards are Amex. So yeah, I knew that it would be a problem, and I think I'm trying to think. Or no, actually, I couldn't use Amex. I'm wrong. I couldn't use Amex on that because they only took like Mastercard, Visa, or like Discover or something, and they didn't take American Express. So the American Express didn't go through, and for some reason I thought it would, but it didn't go through. And then I tried my Mastercard, which it was a credit card, didn't go through. Um, so yeah, it was a pain. I was trying everything. Yeah. That would have been so good to put 500 because honestly, I probably would have put 500, saw how much I was going to get, and I most likely would have upped it to hold 1 billion coins. Because if I would have bought with the $500 or $430 or whatever, I would have had about 600 and yeah, 630,000 coins, or sorry, 630 million coins. I mean, because I bought and got 600 or 65 million coins, 63 million coins, something like that. So I would have had 10 times that, add another zero, 630 million. So I probably would have said, you know what, let's just up it to a billion. And I most likely would have had that. So I'm upset, very, very upset. Credit unions over banks. Funny thing is, I am invested in a credit union, or I do bank with a credit union. I have now 3 bank accounts just because of this main reason. LUNC made me get 3 bank accounts. So now I have 3 bank accounts, 1 being a credit union, 2 being national banks, 1 being purely and primarily online. So I kind of want everything to be covered just in case I run into another situation like that. I want to say Visa flat out said they aren't allowing crypto purchases on their network anymore. Well, that sucks. People want a FOMO when Jasmine gets to $1. They probably will. Thankfully, my credit union has been cool as fuck with me doing whatever I want with crypto or with my money. Yeah, I mean, my credit union is usually cool with that, but it's just crypto exchanges, not even crypto exchanges. It would be, at first they questioned Coinbase, and then I cleared that up, and then now they allow any Coinbase transaction to go through. But they said they couldn't do that with the third parties in MetaMask. So I forget which ones they are. Like Ramp or something, or MoonPay. They said they couldn't do that with MoonPay. And I was like, if you can do it with Coinbase, why can't you do it with MoonPay? And they were like, I don't know, we just can't. Like, sure you can't. I just bought with my Visa. It's probably, you probably just mean standard Visa and not through a bank. So as it stands today, is the Luna crash the worst in crypto history? Like when it comes to one position? No. No. I would say if you're talking about the worst crash in history, wasn't Squid Coin up to like $2.7 trillion of a market cap and then crashed down to zero? I mean, now I think it's worth like $3 million of a market cap, but yeah. I think FTX was bigger than Luna. Overall, yeah, multiple billions of coins that were getting pulled. Squid Coin was a rug pull though. Yeah, I mean it was, but it was the largest crash you would ever see. My bank do the same thing when I'm trying to make purchases at the most opportunistic time. I feel like they be hating. They probably do. They probably like, oh wait, he's buying crypto at the low. No, we're not going to allow that. Let's deny him 4 times, and then he'll have to call in. And by the time he calls back in, it'll be up to a way higher point. We're not going to allow him to buy at the bottom. Think he's going to get rich. In my country, they check tax numbers later and send you a bill. That's not bad. That wouldn't be horrible. Extremely populated countries like Asia, wait, in Asia like India and China, you won't be able to handle pre-approvals. Actually, yeah, actually you're right. Squid Coin got to $2 trillion market cap, and they didn't even make sense. And then they tanked in one transaction. Yeah, exactly, because it was a rug pull. They wouldn't allow people to sell. So it was, everybody was just buying, and that's all they were seeing. They were like, Squid Coin's going up so high, it's going up so high, and nobody was trying to sell. Well, people were trying to sell, but that information of people trying to sell wasn't going through to the masses. The only thing the masses were seeing was that Squid Coin was going up to $1 trillion market cap, $2 trillion market cap. It's worth more than Bitcoin, like all this other stuff. And then boom, for lack of better term, shit hit the fan. He's right behind me. She can't hear me. Did she hear me? She didn't hear me. Isn't there a big company in Japan that is investing in backing Jasmine? Not that I know of. I thought I saw something on the other day. I mean, I'll have to check into it. Earmuffs. Yeah. Sometimes I don't even realize she's right behind me when I'm on stream. I don't curse that much anyways. Yeah, the creator of the coin, I think, turned off liquidity. That's when the banks buy X. That's when the banks buy, watching all crypto. Can come in and make their buys. Probably. They're undermining your buys. Like, wait, what are you trying to buy specifically? They try and call you up. So the reason why they deny it is they're like, hey, what are you investing into? They're trying to get you to call up, or them to call you up and be like, yeah, what are you buying here? And you'd be like, oh, I'm just buying some BNB or some Ethereum. And like, oh, okay, we'll approve that transaction in just a few minutes as they're putting their buy order through. Now, do you think Binance will grow impatient with all the LUNC drama and attempted theft? I don't think they'll grow impatient as long as transactions are happening on their exchange. They'll be fine. But if it starts to get to a point to where it affects their bottom line, then yes, they could probably say, yeah, I'm not dealing with this, and add LUNC to the innovation zone and just delist it. Because any way that they can find a way to protect their investment, they will. So, yeah. All right, so we got about 3 minutes here, guys. I don't know how many people are over on Kick and how many followers we have over on Kick. We have 69 followers, nice, on Kick. So that's fantastic that a lot of people are following. I appreciate you guys. We got 9 viewers over on that platform right now. And tech stocks are up today. Are they? I haven't checked out the stock market. We'll have to look into the stock market. You know what I should do? I should keep the Kick stream going. You know what? I'm gonna stop the YouTube stream, and we're gonna keep the Kick stream going. So if you guys want to go and follow me on Kick and join me over on Kick, feel free to join me over there. We're gonna be doing a giveaway when we hit 75 followers. So we'll go through just random and take the names, and we'll let you know exactly when. So I'm gonna get off of YouTube. I'm going to stay on Kick for probably another 10 or 15 minutes. And, we can continue with, talking about crypto and having this conversation, because there's a lot of conversation that's happening over there. There's already 9 people over there. So feel free to go over to Kick, which the link is in the chat. It's the top comment in the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat. And it should also, if not, I'm going to say it should be at the top of the description, but it's not. It's at the top of the chat though. But if you want to know the name, it's Matthew_Perry. And you'll get my Kick. So everybody on YouTube, I will catch you later. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Look out for some videos later, and catch you guys in the next one. See ya.